What is happening, everybody? We are back with another weekly project update. And some of you might be asking, Gary, why aren't there rods hanging off that crankshaft like there was a week ago when Kevin was here? Well, when Kevin was here, we were trying diligently to mix and match and try to find a rod combination that went on each journal that still allowed this thing to rotate. And we were doing okay until we got to the last one. We had one rod that as soon as we'd torque it onto the journal, it would lock up the rotating assembly, would not turn it over at all. So we reassessed and determined that, maybe through the powers of wizardry, that somehow caps got swapped, sizes got mixed up, who knows. But in either case, all the rods and pistons that go to this motor that came out of this motor, which makes it even more of a head scratcher, are back at Big State with new ERP rod bolts. They're going to resize the big ends for the ones that are a little too tight, and then we'll come back and try it again. In the meantime, I decided it would probably be a smart idea to make the best use of my time and move on to other prospects. And I had forgotten completely that I still had this old 8 3/4 rear end housing that was just kind of sitting out in the weeds for a while. And I know what you're saying. Well, didn't you tell us you had a 9-inch under the car? I do. And I was going to stick with it. But understand, it's just kind of under the car. It's not really secured or permanent. The spring perches haven't been welded to the axle tubes. Like, it's just kind of there. This thing, on the other hand, first off, you'll notice in 73, Chrysler did this weird thing where they made the locator hole ginormous. In the years prior, they had this cute little teeny tiny center pin locator hole. I don't know why they ever deviated from that. I think it's because of the ISO clamps, but in either case, this thing's already set to go. The spring perch is already welded on. Pinion angle's already figured out. Like, it's just ugly. So yesterday, I went ahead and yanked the axles out of it. I got a brand new set of axles that we'd gotten from Dr. Diff. They've already got the green bearings, already got wheel studs installed. Like, they're ready to go. We just got to get this thing to get cleaned up and make it look better. I've got a gear set for it, and it'll bolt right in the car, no problems, no questions asked. So we're still moving forward, even though it seems like in other areas we're moving behind, and it's kind of a kick in the pants. But we're trying to get there on the cheap. We're trying to get there as efficiently and as money consciously as we can. Hence why we have really old parts going in a really old car. Of course, this did come from another 73 Plymouth. My brother's car is actually the donor for this. He had a 73 that he ran, excuse me, up at Faction Dragway up in Oklahoma back in the early 90s. So it's been battle tested, to say the least. It'll hold up to what we're going to throw at it. But in either case, that's kind of where we're at. We're stuck in limbo working on other things while we're waiting on our rod and piston combination to come back from the machine shop. So if you guys are working on something, hope things are going better than they are here. If they're not, hey, sorry for your bad luck. We're in the same boat as you guys. But tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys' support. It's been awesome so far. We're really close to our first milestone, and we're really excited about it. So stay with us. We got a lot more to bring you, and we'll see you soon.